So here's a look at the old Star Trek Command Bridge model kit. This is the 90s release. There was rumored to be some changes to this from the old original 70s, 74 I think, release, but I can't confirm that. Directions are pretty straightforward. The only thing you really need them for is for the numbered floor plates and the walls. This is probably the most informative diagram on the whole thing, but that's a pretty good one as well, so you could probably build the whole model off of these two pictures just about. The decal sheet was a bit trashed when it got to me. This was basically an impulse buy at $21 shipped, so I'm not surprised that there weren't problems with it. But I don't even know that I'd be using any of these anyway because they are so cheap basically, and if I'm going to do this kit up right, then I'm going to get screen grabs of the actual view screens for the top, and well, definitely there's an aftermarket kit that replaces a lot of this for lighting, so that's an additional $30 and will be worth it. So overall, it's definitely not proportional, I don't think. I don't have any source material or reference to be able to check offhand. But like obviously that chair is wrong. I'm going to have to slice that down the middle and scoot it together a little bit. The chairs are the general shape, but obviously not accurate. I'm really glad that they left these panels bare, because if they had put buttons all over those, that would have been really bad. They did that on the helm console here. I can get some better light going. There we go. Don't recall that those are all that accurate. I'll have to build the red sensor alert for the middle there, and they also don't include Spock's view station. Pretty sure the view screen here is inaccurate, but I'll work on that. If I'm going to create the whole bridge, because it does come with this missing section, I would have to cast another one of these, and then two more of these sections to fill it up, or buy another kit and throw the rest of it away, or have spares, I guess, for I guess that'd be set changes basically, huh? But yeah, and you get more figures, so maybe it would be worth it, because then you could actually populate it. But what I'm thinking of doing, apart from building all the extra walls, is putting it together with piles of magnets so I can pull some walls out, because the camera views down here can definitely be used. So it'll come down to lighting, the painting, and being able to get the precise focuses needed. So I'd like to motorize the door there. Obviously everything will be lit, and in those terms, let me pull this apart here real quick. Those parts don't come off, so it's all of these. So on the underside, there's definitely plenty of trench room to be able to run as much wiring as needed. And the back walls are essentially shaped exactly like they did for the studio. So, I mean, this is really a model of the studio bridge rather than the actual one, if you look at it in those terms. And lighting it, wiring it, powering it, exactly the same as they did for the original, becomes suddenly feasible. So that's going to be definitely a good one. This is going to be a really nice piece when I finish it up. So in addition to just completing these walls, lighting it, all that kind of thing, having removable panels, I also want to set up an outer dome here to cover the sides and all the ugliness that will occur, and then do the central clear dome on top, and potentially have it all pull apartable. Pull the dome off and then pull the outer shell off as well. We'll see about that. But this is a long-term project at the very least. I'm going to bag everything up for a while and tackle little bits of it here and there when I can. Next major thing is getting that $30 aftermarket kit, because that's going to set the tone for all of it from there on out. The only other thing I could do in the meantime is to buy a pile of magnets and start putting it together that way instead of using tape as I am right now. But essentially all the floor pieces will need to be, I'll have to create an understructure as well, probably. A skeleton for everything to run through. Well, we'll see how that goes. But this is definitely a good project. It'll make a nice diorama when it's finished. And that's about it for the Star Trek bridge. See ya.